Alright, I am Ed Cruz. Welcome to the Kirin Rise University. Ryan's here assisting me today. And today we have a very kind of off-topic subject, but since it's always on the news all the time, someone's complaining or protesting, this is a kind of funny subject. This is basically the discussion on how to counter the Donald Trump handshake. Now, I just found it amusing that people were talking about this, but if you're not familiar with the president's handshake, we're not talking about this one, the double tap, pet the dog one. We're talking more of the one where he grabs his hand and he pulls you in, okay? So, let's just talk Wing Chun theory. Nothing wrong with that handshake. You could always just go along with it limply like that. But there is some, let's look a little bit into the definition of Wing Chun. If you know Wing Chun, and basically the main concept is always go with the force. I'm going to show you actually several ways to actually counter this handshake, but tell you the process of what's going on and why you're getting dragged like this. So first of all, let's say this guy's got a strong handshake, I grip his hand and he pulls me in immediately. Well, exactly at that particular point you're going to get pulled in. So how exactly would you counter this kind of firm gripping handshake? Just remember what's happening, and we're going to go into details of this. When I actually squeeze his hand, at that particular point, once I make that commitment to squeeze, I'm basically giving him solid grounds to pull me in. So if we look a little bit closer into the detail of this, I'm about to shake his hand here. When I squeeze, and you see my muscles actually squeezing his hand at this point, when he squeezes, it's easy for him to pull in, and it's hard for me to actually stop myself from actually letting go of it. The only thing I can do is, once I give him that solid ground, like squeeze here, he'll pull me in automatically. No countering with that. So a little more advanced way to do it is basically go with the force. And here, I'll show you exactly what's happening here. So instead of me, as soon as he grabs it, he squeezes and I squeeze back. When he squeezes and he pulls me in, I go with it first, okay? And we're gonna break it down slowly so you can see. I go with it first, but I don't squeeze. I let him actually, I have my hand here, he squeezes, he's squeezing, I'm not. He pulls me in. When he pulls me in, I'm still relaxed the entire time. But the moment I squeeze, then he can actually drag me in and I can't counter back. But see, when he squeezes, I go with it. Since my hand's relaxed, once I go with it, and he pulls in, I can pull him back in. See the difference? But once I commit to that motion and actually squeeze, that's what's actually happening. You're actually giving that individual leverage to pull that person in right away. So for example, I squeeze and you actually see me squeeze, I squeeze, he's pulled in right away. But see, I let him initiate the squeeze. He squeezes, and then as soon as that's too quick, you won't be able to see it. I haven't squeezed, when he squeezes and starts pulling me in, I go with it. See, I'm going with it first, and then when I go with it, see, I go with the motion, once I go with it, I can pull him in. So basically, I'm countering his motion. Let him commit to giving solid ground first, and at that point, then I can counter that. But if I end up committing first and then squeezing here, he'll automatically pull me in. And it's hard for me to let go of that tension. But if we grab here, he pulls me in. Pull me in like jump. Yeah, I pull him in. See? So basically, it's who commits first to that motion. As long as I go with that motion, I can actually reel him back in. Now, say for example, your sensitivity isn't too good and you can't actually feel that. You know, some people, they won't be able to feel till he pulls. I go with it and then try to pull back. You develop that skill over time. Then basically you just counter the main motion, okay? So what happens? He's pulling me in this way, right? So I counter the main motion. He pulls me in, see, I counter him this way. I grab his main source of power. So we'll look at it from this side so you can see. He pulls me in, he's pulling me in, he's yanking back with the arm. So when he yanks back with the arm here, instead of letting him do that, I'm gonna shake his hand. Hey, how you doing? And I stop him from doing that. And I control him at this point.
What you doing, man?
Actually, if you saw that, Trudeau actually kind of did it by holding him like this, which is actually okay too. But the main source is here, the elbow power from here. He wants to go at the same time, I'll stop him from that position on. So basically, everything you're seeing is still Wing Chun. If I grab, can you counter it? I'll do it to you. Ready? Too late. By the time I squeeze, when I pull, go, relax.
Oh.
I'm pulling you, too late. Don't just go with it. If he goes too relaxed with it, he'll just still get pulled. When I commit and you feel me squeeze, that's when you pull. Yeah, there you go. See?
Alternative skill.
All right. So just remember, the main thing is to counter that motion. Once you squeeze and give solid ground, you'll get pulled in immediately. Let him commit first. He's squeezing, he pulls me in, I go with it, then I can pull him in. But if I go like, hey, what's up? I shake his hand and he pulls in, he'll pull me in right away. Main thing, Wing Chun, counter. Always be passive first. Make him talk first, commit to the motion, and then I can counter that motion off that. All right, so you learned something there. Good job, Ryan.
I saw it.
How are you going to counter it?
Because you're better than me.